Hey, what's up? What's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight we're going to be talking about a topic that has been consistently popping up over and over and over again. Now, lately, I don't know what is in the water, what is going on. But left, right, there has been a news story of a woman leaving her children in squalor while they chase after men and leave their kids to fend for themselves. Now, some of these stories are ending in tragedy, some are ending in traumatic situations with the children, and so on and so forth. Now, I'm going to be talking to you guys about a few of these stories tonight. And some of you guys may have heard of some of them may be new to you, but we're going to break it all down in this video. This is going to be a pretty lengthy live. We're going to be going and combing through a couple of different stories, bringing awareness to what's happening. Now, this isn't something that's new, but it is something that has been popping up in the news as of late over and over again. And one of my night owls wanted me to tackle this topic and talk about it. Now, before we get on into it, there are a bunch of amazing mothers out there that do what they have to do. They take care of their kids. They will do whatever they have to do, whether it is, slang a little bit or whatever, to make sure their kids are taken care of, and they are willing to give their last. To those mothers out there, pat yourself on the back for the awesome job that you do. Being a parent is not easy. Now, on the flip side of the large amount of Black women who are doing what they got to do, taking care of their kids, sacrificing, sleep, doing whatever they have to do to make sure their kids are all right. On the flip side of it are these extreme cases of neglectful mothers, and we're going to get into them today. All right. But first, if you are a mother that's doing what you got to do, you taking care of your kids, pat yourself on the back. This message is not to you. We are going to hold the ones accountable that are falling on the wayside. If you are a mother whose house reflects the houses that we are going to be showing today, take this as an eye-opener and do better. Okay? If you are falling short as a mother and you are not doing what you need to do, before your story ends in tragedy, like some of the stories that we're going to go over today, take this as a wake-up call to do better. Do what you got to do and step up for your kiddos. So we're going to be talking about a story out of Detroit with a woman by the name of Danny and Key Amore. We're also going to be talking about another woman out of Pontiac, Michigan, close to Detroit, a woman by the name of Kelly. We're also going to be talking about a woman by the name of Shantel, and she is out of Indianapolis, and she was a person who left her kids at home to chase some wanky, along with Kelly leaving her kids at home to chase some wanky, and so on and so forth. So we're going to dive into those stories and so much more, because there's a lot of layers, a lot of things to go over, as I did not cover these stories when they broke out. Now, I'm going to start off with a story that you may or may not have heard of, possibly first, because the other ones you may have heard. And then we're going to go down the rabbit hole. So first up is another story. This story is about a woman by the name of Danny and a woman by the name of Key Amore. Now, Key Amore, I guess at one point was dating Danny. Okay? These women are also, I believe, out of Detroit as well. And I'm just like, what is going on in Detroit? Honey, what's happening? If you live in Detroit and you see these mothers falling short, please help and lend a helping hand. Like, what is going on? So anyways, Key Amore at one point was dating Danny, and she, I guess, in the middle of the night went to Danny's house. Now, when Key got to Danny's house, she discovered her 14-year-old autistic son there home alone in the freezing cold. She tried to get a hold of Danny. Danny says that she got stranded at her mother's house and that they cannot get sleep at night. So they leave her autistic son in her home while she flees to her mother's home to get peace and quiet. Now, according to Key, Danny's home does not have heater, running water, and it is not a sufficient and viable place to live, as you will see in a video that I will show in just a bit. So when Key saw that he was there alone, she basically confronted Danny about the living conditions that he was left in. Now, I'm going to show you guys just a glimpse of the living conditions that he was left in, because Key also confronted Danny about the conditions that she left her son in, and we're going to play this audio a little bit later. But first, I just want to show you guys the conditions in which Key was upset about that the little boy was left in and went off on the mother. They had this argument, they had this exchange, and Danny told Key that she is a good mother and she is not about to be basically labeled as a bad mother. She says that she does a very good job taking care of her children, and she is not going for Key labeling her as a mother that does not handle her business. And I was just looking at the conditions of this home, and I'm just like, child, this is crazy. They got broken floorboards that look like the kids could fall through at any minute. They got holes in the floor, holes in the wall, and all kind of stuff like this. And I'm like, girl, I done seen crackheads live better than this. Child, this is crazy. If you ain't on no damn dope, this is crazy, because like I said, I done seen crackheads in better situations. But before I show you this video of, them going slap off on each other, let me read the messages that Key and Danny had where she was confronting her about leaving her son in those conditions. We're going to get to that video and the audio of that video in a second. So once she gets the little boy, she starts to write her on Facebook to basically find out where she is. So this is Danny, and she wrote her, and this was on February 5th. Key wrote Danny, and she said the following. She said, yo, trifling A left this baby in this house to fend for himself while you went out and did whatever with whoever. B, I've called you over 20 times with no answer. The F is wrong with you. He don't deserve this, bro. And Danny replied and said, girl, shut the F up. I just went to take the rest of my kids to school. The F is you talking about. And Key said, you know how long I've had him with me? You ain't just leave him, bro. She said, girl, like I said, I've been at my mom's house. You should speak on stuff that you know about. And so Key says, so you and all these other kids went to your mom's house and left him alone in the cold, hungry? Your mom is okay with that too? Because she's wondering, like, why would you take all the rest of your kids but leave him there? So they continue this conversation. She said, you left him in the cold, hungry. Your mama okay with that too? Tell the police to make me give him back because I'm not. You are wrong. And to that, Danny responded and said, keep him then. You slow. He had food and it's heaters in the house. I use people car. If they take they ish back, I have to figure out ish. So she's basically saying, listen, girl, somebody let me borrow their car and then they took it back, so now I'm stranded. That's basically what she's saying. So he got food, he could fend for himself. That's basically what she's saying in these messages. She said, he had food. I know that for a fact. I left him food before I came over to my mom's house and got stuck. So she's saying, I took a car, I borrowed a car, I drove it to my mama's house, and now her story is she got stuck at her mom's house. The reason why her son is in the house by himself, fending for himself. And again, he is autistic. She said, one thing you won't ever do is make me out to be a bad mom because I do over and beyond when it comes to my kids. And so Key said, girl, just help me enroll him in school, bro. I got it from here. Then Danny says he can't go to school or he will, and then it gets cut off. So Danny is saying he can't go to school. Key like, girl, let me have him and let me put him in school. And Key and Danny saying he can't go to school. So they continue this conversation. And she tells him, you know, I got it from here, big dog. Just pack his clothes. And Danny gives her a thumbs up. Okay, so she gives her a thumbs up like, girl, great, you know? And so Key writes Danny back and says, you packed his stuff or you still out doing whatever? And Danny wrote her back and said, nope, I'm still where I've been at. So then Key, the next day, it looks like a day went by, and she said, say, this yo thicker, he been figuring it out. B, you horrible. And then she said, what? And then she sent her an address. Oh, no, this is the same day. She sent her address, and then they had a 6-minute video call. All right? So then the conversation continued. And she says, we got to come up with something. He didn't sleep at night and had my mom up and she has to go to work. This is why he stays at home at night by himself. She is pissed. Okay? So it looks like the conversation where the girl picked the boy up was on February 5th. And by February 6th, she dropped him, the little boy, back off to his mother. And the mother contacted Key saying, girl, this ain't gonna work. We at my mama house and my mama is mad because my son is keeping her up. We gotta figure something out. So Key wrote her back and said, how long did he sleep? Go home and pack his stuff. I'll keep him. I'm trying to find someone to come to my house the nights I work or to my house. Hold on, let me make this bigger, child. I cannot see it. She said, how long did he sleep? Go home and pack his stuff. I'll keep him. I'm trying to find someone to come to my house the nights I work, or you're going to have to just come there and stay with him. It's too much going on for him to be home alone. N-words was just breaking in houses, trying to slice little girls, especially with him being autistic. He can get state insurance even with blank locked up. I'ma help you help him. And so Danny writes Key back and says, he slept maybe 3 hours. Until I get my car, I have to do what they say so I can get the kids back and something to school, and I guess back and forth to school, and be able to get around, or I'll She said, so she could get the kids back and forth to school and be able to get around, or I'll be home. I don't want to have to stay here for real-ish. Stuff got to get better. And so Key wrote her back and said, when you get your taxes, use that ish to fix the house. And you don't, and you know you don't. I will come take the kids to school. I told you that. And Danny says, nope, I'm getting a car. And Key says, you should be able to do more, or at least the basic-ish, to the house. And then she says, your mama messaged me all rah-rah-ish, and called me talking choppy for what? Because y'all fell in that effing baby? I don't disrespect people parents, but Darla got the right one this morning. All right? So apparently the mama wrote her talking mess. So this is the message that the mama, Darla, wrote her. She says, D, never sleep. I've been up all night and morning. I work 2 jobs. I am extremely tired. Do you know we've been dealing with this for years? I am too old to do this. Did Danny tell you about D not sleeping and needs his space? Did you ask how you can help? Then let Danny answer. He is screaming now and not sleep. How long have you dealt with D? Do you deal with this type of child? Okay, so the mama went slap off on her because she don't appreciate this girl coming around and holding them accountable for not properly taking care of this child. And she don't appreciate it because now it's messing up her sleep. And she want to know, like, girl, do you even know him? Do you even deal with this type of child? Like, why are you trying to hold us accountable and trying to make us be responsible? Like, how dare you try to make us be responsible? Okay. So she goes off on her, and so the girl is writing Danny, trying to figure out, like, why your mom cursing me out. She said, why your mama cursing me out like that? Why she cursing me out like that? Hold on, I'm missing. Let me go. I missed one. Okay. So this is where we left off right here. She said, Darla got the right one. She calling me rah-rah. And then Danny told her, you did it though. You inboxed her and didn't say who you was or anything. You did overstep your boundaries, so she didn't say nothing wrong to you. You made it seem like he be staying there forever. He been there for 2 days at night because of what I'm doing. Don't have nothing to do with her. And so Key wrote her and says, I inboxed her when I found him alone. Yes. Even then, okay, she only inboxes this morning because she mad I brought him over there after you said bring him. She ain't respond yesterday and could have kept it that way. And she said, okay, I told you she was up all night and mad. So she telling her, like, girl, I told you my mom was mad. Like, girl, she mad that you brung him over here. I leave him at home alone. So, she says, hold on, let me pull this up. She says, I told her you be helping like I said. When you said you had him, I didn't care because I know you wouldn't do him wrong or anything. And then she says, nah, I wouldn't. And everybody like, he's the sweetest kid. I'll take him with me, bro. Like, seriously. But what she ain't gonna do is send a million messages and then block somebody. I'll roll her off that road later. Gonna ask 70 questions and then block me before I can answer. I said, oh, this how she talked to her kids? And then Danny says, you don't understand. It's deeper than what you see. I haven't been able to get no good sleep for years because he is up all night. If you keep him up all day, he still isn't going to sleep at night. At home, he could do as he please. I knew something, I guess bringing him here was going to be a problem. All right. So she said, girl, I already knew that was going to be a problem. Like, why would you bring him here? And then she said, she sent a video call. And then she says, he's not about to be home alone with people breaking into houses and it's no heat. What if a heater catch on fire or anything? I thought about getting cameras. So if he have to just stay at my house while I'm at work, he can, but he can't stay over there alone in them conditions. All right. So that was their original exchange. And then Key decided to take it to Facebook and blast her in the living conditions. So on February 26th, Key took to Facebook and she paired it with a bunch of videos in her and Danny going at each other. She says, y'all comment on these bees y'all don't know, but never want to expose y'all own. I got time today. This bee, Diamond, well known to y'all as certified maid Danny, keeps neglecting her 14-year-old autistic baby to be out at social clubs. These babies living in poor conditions while you out or taking trips. No heat, no water, no food. Then her trife mama condoning it too. All this B ever tell me is to take the kid and keep. I have him and you ain't gotta worry ever again. The MC and social clubs condone. I got time today. She said, don't worry. Wait. She said, I got time today. Since I'm stuck with this baby, this B just as trife as the B in Pontiac. At this point, I want to talk to the president of y'all club. And then she paired it with these videos. So let me now play the audio of the video where she confronted her and took her kid. I tried to postpone the video because it's a lot of curse words that I tried to take out. And if you put all the cursing in the beginning of your YouTube video, child, it ain't good. So anyway, so this is the video right here of her confronting the mama.
And Ari, because they're not good. You and your goofy ass mom, y'all have a whole autistic baby ass by himself with nothing. It was cold as that night. You dumb ass, then you called me 4 hours later. Is you cool? Because you came in here, you called your dumb ass here and took him. Is you cool? Yes, but he was in here by himself. And I told you to by himself with nothing. I told you to keep him by himself with nothing. I told you to keep him then. Right, because you was going to keep leaving him by himself. I told you to keep him then. You was going to keep leaving him by himself. You do. You do. I leave his ass here while I take the kids to school. The fuck is you? That's your one why you took him to school. I got him at 8:00 in the morning. You came and got him at 6 when you. No, I did not. Bitch, I didn't have to work that night. You can ask my mama. Bitch, I got him at 3 o'clock. My house is always quiet. Once again. I got him at 3 o'clock. I'm out there, daddy.
Somebody in the comments said, I'm confused as to what Key's intentions are. Now, Key, I'm going to play the rest of the video, but Key goes on her Facebook to explain their dynamic. She said that they used to date, so I'm guessing they used to, meow, meow. And I think that she probably originally got mad that the meow, meow wasn't home. And then she, got mad that the little boy was left there. So, that's kind of what it sounds like. She popped up on the little meow, meow, and she was gone. And then you left this baby here by herself, blah, 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 blah. That's kind of what it sounds like. But we'll let Key explain a little bit later.
I got him at 3 o'clock. For what? I got him at 3 o'clock in the morning. I did I not? Until I had to go to work. When I had to go to work. So you should have made it possible for somebody to keep it to bring it back the same night. But what did I tell you? If y'all wasn't gonna keep it, he could have came back. At the end of the day, like I said, one thing can't nobody do something about the fucking parenting I do. You do horrible parenting. You sound horrible. You be a motherfucking social club every night at this house. Are you at my house? To make sure they line is okay. No, yeah, bitch, you came a whole week later. The fuck is you talking about? Bitch, cause I go to work every day. Unlike you, I go to work every day. Unlike you, I go to work every day. Bitch, you're horrible. You are. Look at this motherfucking house. Tell them bitches from that social club to come help you clean up. Bitch, you're horrible. You came a week later. You're horrible. Later. Like you and your mama horrible as you and your mama horrible as why the fuck do your weird ass keep coming to my house? Push that call Davon. Not to with you. Take him with you. Davon, put your shit out. Come on. Take him with you. Come on. And don't bring him back at night. And I won't. I won't. Somebody find me. Put your stuff on. You come with me. Come on. No, yeah, come on. Put your stuff on. Put your stuff on. But I told her to take him out of here. And will. And will. Horrible as fuck. One time you think I'm gonna break my neck? If you want to come in my house, horrible as fuck. Get this motherfucking ass in. What are you talking about? Talking about he was here by himself. It's hoes. Niggas out here slicing kids' necks with your goofy ass. Trifling. Y'all let the autistic baby at home by himself. You're saying. This is what you want to do. But your goofy ass be at a social club. You're mad. And you was just so content with it. Oh, you can have them. But your goofy ass do everything besides right by these babies. And you stupid. My kids is good. You good in your ain't you good here? Thank you. Cause you fuck. No, they're not. Cause they don't know no better. Cause they don't know no better.
All right. So that was her confronting her. And then she went to Facebook to basically explain their dynamic. She said that they used to meow, meow, because people were wondering, like, okay, you know, what's it to you and all of that. And she said that they used to date. So let me pull up that video. All right, so this is Key explaining the situation.
Comment. Okay, damn, that was 23 clicks. It was too many comments on here for me to respond to everybody's comments, so I couldn't even respond to all the comments. It was too many. Can y'all hear me okay? If not, I might have to go somewhere else to talk to y'all. I might have to go outside to my trip, because I got him with me. I know he could be loud sometimes. Yes, I definitely had to get the baby, bro, and I feel bad that I even sent him back the first time, but I told myself, like, I'm not leaving again with leaving this baby here, bro. I couldn't. And you see how she was so quick to say, just take him with you, because that girl, she don't want that baby, and I had to fall out with a bitch because she told me she wasn't gonna feed my baby. I'm not leaving no kids nowhere they not wanting, including with their parents, bro. You don't want this baby, it's fine. He can come with me. I ain't go to work today. I rearranged my whole motherfucking life when it comes to a kid. Yep, I still got him with me. I'm not never giving that nigga back. CPS gonna have to come get him. Detroit Police Department. And they gonna have to tell me that they're putting him in a fucking safe house. In a clean house. Cause I'm not taking that baby back, bro. I work with disabled adults 40 hours a week. This is a kid. This is a baby. He's really the sweetest kid. I get this baby a tablet. He turned on this tablet. When the last time I got him, he turned on I took him to get a haircut, fed him. He turned on an iPad. He be in his own world. He really the sweetest kid, bro. I couldn't imagine nobody playing with my fucking people. And I don't play about kids. Like, I don't really know how to work TikTok. I don't know much about GoFundMe. I just get on my Cash App, or I just meet up with y'all and we can go get them stuff, whatever. I think he need like an 8-inch shoes. He real little though. He wear a 12, 14 in clothes. He wear a 12, 14 in clothes, a size 8 shoe. Well, she said he wear 8 shoes. These her shoes though he got on, so ain't no telling. But yeah, I'm in Detroit. But, and that's the crazy part too. CPS is not, you know what I'm saying, it's not right. So yes, that is somebody who I used to, you know what I'm saying, who I was cool with. It's a bitch I used to talk to, a bitch I used to date. Sadly, but the bitch would never.
Okay, so she said that's somebody she used to with, you know? That was her little, you know, her little, yeah. Let me bring that back. She said that was my little, you know, somebody I used to talk to, somebody I used to date, you know, her little yeah.
Ooh, CPS is not, you know what I'm saying, it's not right. So yes, that is somebody who I used to, you know what I'm saying, who I was cool with. It's a bitch I used to talk to, a bitch I used to date. Sadly, but the bitch would never, that was so crazy. She was like, let me come over your house. That's why bitch always want to come over your house. I agree, supposed to go for me. Yeah, that's crazy. I thought.
Child, you couldn't have beat that out of me, child. You could not have beat that out of me. I would have just stuck to the fact, like, I care about the little boy and I don't want to see him in that situation. But to admit that that was your little meow, you know, girl.
That was bullshit. Tang, I tell you a joke, but I never tell you a lie when it comes to a baby, bro. That's why when Nico told me, bro, just go to work. No, I can't. I'm not leaving that baby like that, bro. I would try to kill my friends if they left Penny and some shit like that. She don't want him. She not about to fight for him. She's not. If you read the messages, I told her you're going to have to call the police to get him. She said you could keep him. Her and her mama was mad that I brought that baby back because I had to go to work, bro. I had even told her, I'll keep him. I just need you to come babysit him 3 days out the week when I go to work. That bitch told me no. Do a GoFundMe. You in Detroit. I'm glad you got him. God bless your heart. Yes, I'm in Detroit. No, I'm not related to him. Yes, bro, you know, I don't play with kids, man. I don't know what the fuck. Like, bitch, your house just like that house in Pontiac. Only difference is, bitch, you come to this house 2 or 3 days out the week to get ready. Well, to grab clothes, because there ain't no water in that bitch, so I don't know where you getting ready at. Probably your mama house. That shit's horrible, bro.
Y'all want to see the rest? Y'all go to Kia Moore's page. I didn't edit out the curse words in this one. I edited out the one when they was arguing. But this her page right here. If y'all want to get all of the scoop, but yeah, this is that. That was her little yeah. And you know, she popped up on her at night, and she wasn't home, and she discovered that the little boy was there by himself, and she decided to take it upon herself to get him out of that situation. Okay. All right. I was scrolling through photos, posts, all kind of stuff, and I was like, okay, that was your little yeah. Okay. Now moving on. So the next story that we're gonna talk about is another story out of Detroit. Now, this story is about a woman by the name of Kelly. Now, when she was talking about your house is like the woman in Pontiac, this is who she's talking about when she was talking about the other lady who neglected her children. She's talking about her. Now, Kelly is a woman who has 3 children that she left in her home for 4 to 5 years to fend for themselves, okay? They were living in complete and utter squalor. They were living in absolutely terrible conditions. And Kelly is now behind bars facing life in prison. Now, Kelly she has video of her home when they discovered her home and her children. And the crazy thing is, most of these stories with these women, they would rather have their kids live in horrible conditions rather than just passing the children on to their fathers. Some of these children have family members who were willing to be a part of their lives, and the women decided that they did not want to allow the men of their lives to be in their lives and kind of withheld the children to fend for themselves. Now, I'm not sure if they was getting a check or whatever the case, but let me show you the video of the conditions that Kelly had her children in. All right. So this video right here from Metro Detroit, it shows you the living conditions that Kelly had her kids in. So let me pull it up. All right, so this right here is Kelly's home. This is another woman in Michigan.
That's sad, man, honestly. All
right. So this is Kelly's home. We'll watch it one more time, and then we'll go to the news report.
That's sad, man, honestly.
All right, you guys get the picture. Now, let's go to the news report where Kelly was found out about. They said that she had abandoned her kids for 4 to 5 years, and she has left her children abandoned. Hold on, let me see which one was first. I think I had a first. Hold on one second, y'all.
The Pontiac mother accused.
All right, hold on. Let me pull up CBS News. All right, here we go.
Of abandoning her 3 children home alone in horrific conditions for years, appearing in court today. Our Jordan Burrows, he joins us now live from the 50th District Court in Pontiac. Jordan, what's the latest?
Lauren literally just left the 50th District Court right now, and I can't really downplay just how disgusted Honorable Rhonda Gross was with the alleged actions of the mother, Kelly Bryant. She set Kelly Bryant's bond.
Wait, is somebody behind him with music playing? Hold on. They got music playing.
When a big city sheriff says he's never seen a scenario so dire, one that would be deplorable and intolerable even for an animal, you better brace yourself. And I'll say that again in case you think I'm exaggerating. Brace yourself. This is a bad one. The pictures deserve a graphic warning. This story came to light at the end of last week in a Detroit suburb of Pontiac, Michigan. Oakland County Sheriff's deputies found 3 children in this house in these conditions. A 15-year-old boy and 2 girls aged 12 and 13. Their mother had left them in that home to fend for themselves almost 5 years ago. Do the math. They would have been 10, 8, and 7. That fact alone is mind-boggling, but so is this. They existed on weekly drop-offs of food from Instacart and DoorDash. But towards the end of that 5-year ordeal, the food that was dropped off ended up being a loaf of bread. Obviously, somebody also was paying the rent on that house until they stopped. That happened last October. And it was therefore the landlord who called the sheriff's office for a welfare check. By then, of course, those children's welfare was all but non-existent. Their house was overrun with garbage and feces and mold. Their clothes were filthy. Their hair was matted. And just so you know the extent of the neglect, their toenails were so long they could barely walk. Their last delivery of anything related to personal hygiene was a half-decade ago and was only a box of trash bags, some gloves, and a can of air freshener.
Can you imagine a child toenails so long that they can't walk, hair just matted? Can you imagine the smell of a house like that, let alone the bugs, the critters, and all of that? Like, wouldn't something like this go into the vents of the other apartment buildings? Wouldn't other people in those apartments be able to smell a odor? 5 years worth of garbage, pee, poop, backed up toilets, whatever was in that tub. You mean to tell me that there's no odors that were seeping out? Nothing. And then on this story, there was neighbors who said, oh, well, we would see the kids And they would call out to us and they would say, hey, nice car. One of the neighbors said that the kids would talk to him through the window. And I'm like, so the window was open and y'all didn't get a whiff of. Because I'm getting a whiff from just looking at the picture. Okay? I put food in my trash can at my house, and it stay in my trash can overnight. It starts to have an odor. I can't imagine 5 years. 5 years. I cannot leave food in my garbage inside my house overnight where it's like actual food. You know what I mean? And you mean to tell me it's 5 years worth of food, garbage, trash, backed up toilets, poop, pee, where were they going? To the bathroom or whatever. They couldn't bathe in the tub. They couldn't take a bird bath in the sinks. So it's like there had to be some type of aroma. There had to be. You can't tell me maggots didn't start forming in that kind of condition. And I seen somebody say, they were like, oh, well, in Detroit, the apartments are separated by brick. I don't care if it's separated by cement. There's cracks in brick. There's cracks in cement. Ain't no just solid closure from apartment to apartment. I don't care what type of material it was made out of. You mean to tell me there ain't no type of vent that leave up out of there? Because many apartments share certain plumbing. So, either that's just a roach-infested apartment complex and they were none the wiser because everybody got roaches, or what? Like, that's just weird to me. But let's continue.
5 years ago. They hadn't been to school since 2020, and the two girls apparently hadn't been outside that house in years. Tonight, the children's 34-year-old mother is in custody, as she should be. But it begs the question, where was everybody else? Where was the father? Where were the schools? What about the neighbors? How could this nightmare have gone on for so long? Joining me now is the Oakland County Sheriff, Michael Bouchard. Sheriff, thank you so much for being here.
I'm going to pause the sheriff, and I'm going to go to the neighbor. The neighbor did an interview, and the neighbor said, oh, well, sometimes the kids would call out to me outside the window, and they would talk about how nice my car was. Let's hear from the neighbor.
Begin tonight with questions still swirling regarding 3 children that investigators say were abandoned for years inside a Pontiac home. Where was the mom living that whole time? Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, Kelly Bryant is facing federal charges of child abuse after investigators discovered her children living in filth and squalor for years. And today, our team found out where Bryant may have been living.
And that's not all. 7 News Detroit reporter Sarah Michaels is also listening to the children's grandparents tonight and a neighbor who says he actually had interactions with the kids before.
Up until this point, many of us believe that the 3 children living in this home had no contact with anyone except for their mother for nearly.
All right, let me bring it over some. Here's the neighbor.
A father himself, Jamar Johnson, tells me he felt the need to share that he heard the 3 kids abandoned in squalor in this Pontiac home. For 6 months, he has lived 2 doors down, and occasionally they yelled out their window to him.
Just, they say, hey, nice car. But, and I might wave back at them, but that's it. There's no way that I could have known that they were in a terrible situation.
Johnson says how could he know that the room the children were calling from was stacked 4 feet high with mold, feces, and trash. He says he never saw them outside, but he saw their mother, 34-year-old Kelly Marie Bryant.
She would be outside for hours and hours with a friend.
Johnson says Bryant was always in a car with a friend. He never saw her go inside, and he wonders who was that friend? Did they know who Bryant was hiding?
She's from here, she's from there. We don't know where she resides.
All right. So now let's go to her arraignment. She was placed in jail, facing life in prison. And the judge said, girl, we not giving you no slap on the wrist, and we're not giving you an easy bond to bond out. Let's watch her arraignment before we go on to the next story.
2025. Ms. Bryant, that exam date is a tentative date depending upon everyone's schedule, but by the court rule, we have to set a date to keep it going. That will be at 9 o'clock. The PCC, the probable cause conference, is at 1:30. Of course, if you're unable to retain an attorney, and a court-appointed attorney will be provided for you to help you navigate and to communicate before Judge Walker on your next court date in this matter. Pretrial services relative to bond, but for the record, Ms. Kerrigan, are you in receipt of the pretrial services report bail recommendation in this matter?
Your Honor, and I did discuss it with my client.
Okay, all right.
I am, yes.
All right, so the letters where it says P series, that's Kelly. So Kelly is on the bottom left of the screen. Now, while Kelly's kids were living in the conditions that they were in, this was Kelly on social media. Okay? She had her hair popping, nails popping. You know, this is Kelly right here, popping with her nails and all that. You know. Also, while her kids was fitting for themselves, they were doing food drives. Her and her father were doing food drives in the neighborhood. Okay? Now, this also is this is Kelly when she was picked up. So this is her when she got arrested, and then this P series in the middle is her now that they snatched her bundles off. All right? And then let's see. Her father was doing food drives. Hold on, let me pull that up if I can. So on February 5th, this is a post that Kelly posted on her social media. So this is her Facebook page right here. And she had the nerve on February 5th to post a post on her social media saying, free food giveaway, please share. You got the audacity to be giving food away and your kids is in the house with a loaf of bread? So this is the post that Kelly posted on her social media. Okay, this is her Facebook page right here. And just February 5th, she is posting about food giveaways. Now, she also had a post talking about having a hunch and having to be quiet. Hold on, let me blur out the curse words on here. Because, girl, what you ain't got to be quiet because you ain't even there. What you talking about hunching and being quiet for? You got to be quiet in somebody else's stuff? This is also her post right here. Hold on, let me pull it up. And this was a post that she posted December of 2024. So just a couple months ago. This is Kelly. And she says, hey, y'all ever had to hunch and be quiet? I cannot. We bet you can't. Because you leave them kids up in that house, matted head. stinking house, trash piled up. And she has so much more. If y'all want to go to her Facebook page, that's her name. He Say Kills. That's her name. But let's finish watching this arraignment.
Okay. And have you read and reviewed that?
I did do that in the breakout room, Your Honor. Sorry, there's a lot of feedback, I think, from the jail screen. I think that's our problem right now.
Our problem is from the jail screen.
And I talked to her.
Okay, all right. So they're recommending release with conditions in this matter. So we're going to go from there. We have the PCC date. I'm going to have you speak to bond, and then I'll make my decision as to bond. And I'll also have the prosecution speak to bond. Ms. Karagongo, you're asking the court to accept the recommendation as provided by pretrial services?
I am, Your Honor. MCR 6.106, if you go through those conditions, provide that a personal recognizance bond with any conditions should be provided unless Ms. Bryant fell under some of the very specified exceptions to a personal bond that are listed. The court can also provide a cash bond if the court finds that Ms. Bryant is either a risk to the community or a flight risk. This particular case is serious, and we're not denying that it's a very serious case. However, I don't believe that the facts and circumstances of the case give any indication that Ms. Bryant is.
To the person who said it's low, most court audio is low. There's nothing I could do about it. You got to put on headphones. When it comes to courthouse audio, if they don't have a good equipment, which most of them don't, it's low.
It's a risk to the community at large. In addition to that, there is no indication that Ms. Bryant is a flight risk. She's a lifelong resident of the county. She was residing within the city limits of this community. She, was employed, and she has ties to
put some headphones on.
To her. She also is asking that the court consider a tether, which could be part of a bond if the people had any concerns that she posed a flight risk. I do think, the recommendation from pretrial services is in line with the Michigan court rules, understanding that it is a very serious offense. But the court rules are what they are, and they do provide that Ms. Bryant should be released on a personal bond with conditions, so that's what I'm asking the court to do.
Ms. Green, would you like to address the court regarding bond in this matter?
Thank you, Your Honor. I did have the opportunity to look at the pretrial services report. I know, Your Honor, just where two facts yesterday, and that those are fresh in your memory.
One moment, please. I'm going to mute the jail. Camera, and go ahead, Ms. Green.
Thank you. I did have the opportunity to review the pretrial services report. I know that Your Honor just listened to the swear to facts yesterday, and I'm sure that those are fresh in your memory. I am requesting in this case, I do agree with Ms. Kirandango regarding MCR 6.106 to the extent that you may not deny bond, but this court has the authority to put in place a high cash bond with conditions, and I believe that it appears that Ms. Bryant is not employed, and that her resident status may be transient. So I consider her, and I think that the facts of this case portray her as a potential flight risk, and that there are 3 victims in this case that she should absolutely be prohibited from having contact with. So I'd ask that the court add a specific no contact provision as it relates to the 3 minor victims in this case. And if the court would like me to go on, I can.
No. What I found very suspicious in the report for pretrial services, there's 2 different addresses given to her. So I agree with you, Ms. Green, that one could opine that she's transient. She's from here, she's from there. We don't know where she resides. I do find her an acute risk and danger to the community and to any minor children under the age of 18, let alone the 3 minor children that she is a mother to. With that in mind, I agree with Ms. Karagongo. I cannot deny her bond. That is, of course, my first knee-jerk reaction was to deny her bond. However, because I find her acute danger. I find her a continued danger to the children. My main concern is, I don't know who, if anyone, that the children have been given to. If it is a family member, I'm concerned that she still may have contact with the family member from the jail with instructions to continue to engage in fear tactics to forbid the children from cooperating with authorities in their continued investigation in this matter. For that reason alone, I'm giving her a $250 million bond in this matter, cash only. The other aspects, should she post said bond, she is not to have any contact with.
All right, so the judge issued a $250 million cash bond, and she ordered that she do not have contact with her children.
These children by family members, third-party agents, or friends. So, Ms. Bryant, I want you to understand, any phone calls from the jail, should you're unable to post this bond, is recorded. Should the court find out that you are sending messages to engage in further fear tactics and intimidation of the children, your phone privileges will be removed. You're not to have, in fact, any contact, should you post this bond, with any children under the age of 18 in this matter. If you post this bond, you should be supervised by pretrial services, no alcohol or drugs, no weapons or firearms, and a GPS tether with a verified address, because I'm concerned pretrial services has indicated 2 different reported addresses for you. I don't believe anyone knows where you have been staying, madam. There's no consistent history. Anything further regarding the bond, Ms. Caragongo, Ms. Green?
Just ever so briefly, they had no issues finding my client to arrest her. So I just want the record to be clear on that.
Ms. Green?
Your Honor, you have before you information that the defendant has been lying about her whereabouts, the whereabouts regarding what she was telling where the children were. So you have a lot on this record in terms of inconsistencies with her location and the information that she's given to put in place this high cash bond.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for your cooperation in this matter. Ms. Bryant, you are thanked and excused from the camera. Ms. Caragongo, Ms. Green, thank you so much. Pretrial service, thank you so much. Ma'am, can you get up and let the deputies know we're ready for the next defendant?
All right. And on Facebook, they are currently trashing her house out. I will share with you guys the video of them doing like a trash out of her home. Let me pull it up. Which one is it? Oh, here we go, right here. So this is the aftermath of her home right here.
Just gotta walk through the house and for a video. Yeah, this is crazy. I'm here, y'all. Excuse me, sir. I'm here. I am here. This is what we going through. Excuse me. Stay with me. This is what we going through. This is the house that she kept them kids at, y'all. And I gotta clean it. Oh, God.
Do y'all want to take the stove and the refrigerator out, or what?
That stove and that refrigerator need to come out.
No, I'm not saying that. Well, y'all gonna take it out, or y'all want us to take it out?
Where we gonna put it at once we take it out, sir?
Lay it right there, yeah.
Lay it right there?
Yeah. You know those scrappers?
Yeah, but I need somebody to walk me downstairs. You want to? Have you been down there yet?
No, I ain't been down. Come on. Okay.
Ooh-wee.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Come on, y'all going.
Give me my mask. Where is the mask at?
She should get her ass kicked.
I know, that's a shame. Hey, where is my mask?
This is it, y'all.
In here. I don't know.
We got a big crew with us today.
Check the back.
Excuse me. Let me slide down here. Look at it. They was all down here. What you say, Uncle, a little bit? Yeah, you don't touch nothing if you ain't got no gloves on. All right, let me go up here. Ooh, Lord. Yeah, so you got to take that washer and that dryer out, okay? Or do you want him to just take out that stove and that fridge? You want me to take that stove and that fridge out right now? Yeah, my uncle will get that for you. We got to take that refrigerator and that stove off. We got to take it out. We got to put it to the curb. It ain't no more good. They shouldn't even try to replace. Ain't no cleaning that. You can't clean that, baby. You got to take that out. Ooh, Lord. We got plenty. Huh?
See, I'm going to go to the dollar store and get some math.
I'll go get you some. I'll get you some. Oh, man. Pull it from the bottom of my shoe. Please pull it from the bottom of my shoe, y'all. I think it's a nail. Oh, Lord. You see it? Is it off?
Yeah.
Y'all need some masks? Let me go get a box. You got some, Dave?
Yeah, man. How you know Dave?
I know Dave. Dave, good people.
Dave, you know everybody.
Y'all picked it up, huh? We need that.
So. All right. So that's that. On that, that is the story of Kelly. She is facing life in prison. And it is an unfortunate situation how she left her children in squalor. They have been there for what is reported as 5 years since 2020. Now, the next story that we're going to talk about is a woman by the name of Shantel. All right. So now we're going to go to, where's Shantel at? We're going to go to Shantel. Now, Shantel is a person who left a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old to fend for themselves in Indianapolis. So the story of Shantel comes out of Indianapolis, and she was similar to the rest, leaving her children in squalor as well to run behind her boyfriend, just like the other story as well. But unfortunately for the children of this story, the 2-year-old was found deceased under a dresser, and she discovered her cold to the touch. Now, she was living it up with her boyfriend, and they was kicking it, okay? Shantel was going over to her man's house, Brian. All right? So this right here is Brian. And instead of being home with her children, Shantel would go to Brian's house. Now, Brian was also charged with a crime along with Shantel. But we're going to get to his charges in a second. First, let's get to Shantel and what was alleged as it pertained to her. And then we are going to go forward in this story. All right. So first, let me bring you guys up to speed on Shantel.
Arrested after police say an Indianapolis woman tonight is arrested after police say her 2-year-old daughter was discovered with bruises on her body and a puncture wound on her neck. The little girl is identified as Skylar Gardner. Police say 33-year-old Shantel Gardner had called police saying she had found her daughter cold to the touch and underneath a dresser. Medics pronounced the girl dead at the scene. Police say they found trash, human feces, and knives covering the floor. Authorities say Gardner told them she had been spending each night with her boyfriend and checked on Skylar and another 3-year-old child once a day. Police say the mother admits she had been neglecting her daughter. Tonight, she's facing a charge of neglect resulting in death. in Indianapolis.
So she had a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old that she would leave to fend for themselves. They would stay in the apartment. The apartment was covered in filth, feces, similar conditions as the other 2 apartments. And she says that she would check on them once a day. Now, over on Shantel's Facebook account, she, like the other mothers, were living it up. So Shantel is on Facebook. She kicking it with her boyfriend. She trying to do rap battles. She trying to become this rapper. She over there, laid up, bossed up, and stuff like that. So let's go through Shantel's social media, and then we're going to get into why her boyfriend is also charged with a crime in this whole incident and ordeal. So this is her Facebook account right here. Her Facebook, she goes by Shantel Monet. Okay. So you can see that this is her. That's her Facebook. And this is how, this how she looking on Facebook. And then the one where she ain't got no wig is her mugshot. Okay. So, boom. So this is her right here. Let's go through her Facebook account. So these are some of her Facebook posts. So some of her last posts right here, she say, I want to collab with a female singer. I got a classic in the making. Who should I put on here? Okay, hold on. Let's make this a little bit bigger. All right, she trying to collab with singers. She says, I'm about to put Steph Curry on my parlay for 4 touchdowns. Y'all think it's gonna hit? And then somebody posted, y'all ever tried to talk to a girl who used to mess with a dealer? I highly do not recommend. And then she thought it was funny. She said, don't stress yourself out, sweetheart. Then she said, I think it's time for another female cypher. I got a few in mind, but who want to see if they could rap for real, for real? Don't play in my face. All right. So she said, can we start next year with booking in advance? I need my hair done today, Tiffany. Okay, so she was trying to book hair appointments and all that while her kids was left in filth. She got other posts right here where it says, about to be snowed in with a Sagittarius. I'm not about to talk for 24 hours. And she says, I don't want to hear you say ish, no way. Okay, and she thought that was hilarious. All right. So she has other posts where she's gambling and doing sports bets, and she's talking about how it was a great night on FanDuel. And then she has other reposts where she's talking about some things, an interesting post from DoorDash and Uber Eats. And then she says, I ate White Castle last night and drank coffee this morning. Baby, never again. Okay, and we know that hoe had the guts for real, the bubble guts for real. All right, so somebody said my baby daddy lied, blah blah blah. Ends do want me and my 2 kids, and she thought that was hilarious. All right, and then so much more. Now this is her at what people are saying was her boyfriend's house. All right. She at her man's house, laid up on the bed and all of that. And I'm just like, girl, what is going on here? I said, interesting. But let's go through some of her Facebook pictures. Okay. And then we're going to read more on this story. So this is Shantel. This her and her man. That's her on the bed with him. Appearance by his foot. Okay. I guess she said this her little fine tail. All right. So this her too. Okay. So she was feeling herself in this jersey. All right. So this is her as well. Okay, hair done, nails done, everything did. All right. Okay, so that's her. Let's look at some more. They had them a little photo shoot and all of that. Anyways, y'all could go through her pages, but this is the baby that passed away. Okay, this is the baby that ended up losing her life. And she was 2 while the little boy was 3 years old. Now, let's get into the news report of this situation that showed some of the photos that she was having these kids in the type of conditions they were in. So this is one of Shantel's bedrooms that she had her kids living in, and they found her daughter under a dresser. So this says this is the affidavit for probable cause, all right? And the case is a homicide. And let me read the details. It says, the dresser, which was said to have fallen on the child, was located in the child's room. The dresser was not a typical dresser, but rather a fabric dresser / tower with a frame built out of what appeared to be thin white wood and or imitation wood. White metal bars extended across the white frame and hold / support cloth / fabric drawers. The dresser appeared to be knocked over, but was resting on a chair. Several fabric drawers were on the floor around the dresser. The dresser did not appear to be heavy enough to have caused and or resulted in the manner of Skylar's death. It should be noted that the dresser had not completely fallen flat on the debris-covered floor, but instead was partially lying on a knocked-over multicolored pink, fuchsia, teal, green, gray, quilt chair. All right? And so this is the photo that they showed in comparison with the details of the affidavit, and they are alleging that this cloth dresser with metal posts was not heavy enough to unalive Skylar, and they showed the also conditions surrounding around it. All right. They also noted that the baby had bruising, so it sounds like they believe that her demise was staged. Okay, that's what it sounds like to me. But let's go on and read some more. So the next affidavit says, Detective Harris spoke to Detective Jamie Davis via phone and described the scene. Detective Davis stated that she would respond to the scene to assist Detective Harris. It says Detective Davis arrived shortly after and met Detective Harris at IFD Engine 17 fire truck. Upon Detective Davis' arrival, Deputy Coroner April Jones of the Marion County Coroner's Office was seen physically examining the decedent Skylar. Detective Frail remained inside the residence with CSU Watson while he continued photographing the residence / scene. While conducting the physical exam of Skylar, Coroner Jones pointed out several concerning injuries she observed to both Detective Harris and Detective Davis. The injuries were believed to be as follows on initial observation from Coroner Jones. Multiple pattern bruising across the entirety of Skylar's body. Multiple bruising non-specified over the entirety of Skylar's body, including her private area and her right eye. Multiple bite marks on Skylar's back and possibly under her left arm, a punctured wound on Skylar's neck, internal injury to her lower inner lip, unknown injuries to Skylar's feet, and it says a more thorough examination would be conducted at the autopsy. After observing Skylar's injuries, Detective Harris walked through the apartment again with Detective Davis. Both Detective Davis and Detective Harris did not believe the dresser could have caused the death of Skylar and that the home was a biohazard. Along with the deplorable conditions, they felt it was a dangerous environment for Skylar and her brother SG to have been in. Due to this and the injuries observed on Skylar, Detective Harris decided to take both Shantel and her boyfriend, Brian Thomas, to the IMPD Child Abuse Office to conduct interviews with both. Detective Davis remained at, and the statement goes on. This is page 3 of 17. Now, I could pull up the other pages, but you guys get my, y'all get the gist of the situation. Well, people online wanted to hear from the boyfriend and wonder what his involvement in the situation was. So a person on Facebook got to talk to the boyfriend of Shantel before he was officially arrested, and this is what he has to say. Now, this is from a guy on Facebook by the name of Terrence Hood. Terrence interviewed Brian about what was going on. He interviewed Brian about what he knew and what his involvement was. Now, as you've seen reported, it says that poor Skylar had bruising on her vaginal area. It had bruising on her feet. She had bruising on her entire body that did not align with what was alleged by the mother. So let's hear from Brian and see what he has to say. And the guy holding up his phone is a guy by the name of Terrence Hood, who interviewed him.
It's so many questions. So the first question that people want to know, that I know of, before you tell your story, how long have y'all been together?
We've been fucking around for at least about a year.
Okay. You've been fucking around for at least about a year. So out of the year, how many times you think you've seen her kids?
It was frequently in the beginning, but then towards like, I would say September, shit started slowing down. You feel me?
Okay. So the kids been over to your spot?
They've been there before.
Have you been to her house?
Like last year.
Last year. Okay. Okay, so last year about what month you think?
Shit, bro, I couldn't even tell you. It's been a long ass time though.
So a lot of people are concerned. Tell them how you like, this is how she got around me seeing her house and how she was doing them children.
All right, so I'm not familiar who Terrence is. This is my first time seeing his page when I was looking up this story and digging up and trying to find all of the receipts. So I don't know Terrence's background or anything like that, but he is on Facebook and this is his interview. Now, and it appears that he's kind of giving him the alley-oop and basically trying to give him the floor to redeem himself. It seems like he's trying to like help Brian out with like redeeming himself in this situation. So let's hear some more.
How did she get around that? People are asking, how didn't you know that, she was fucking, that she was neglecting them children? How did you not know?
But see, that's what's crazy because she would lie like she had 2 jobs. So she would go to work and then go to her other job type shit and then never, like, she'll be like, I'm about to go get the kids something to eat, you feel me? And then she go pull up. So boom, she said she did that, and then she would pull up. So, well, who got the kids? Like I said, everybody saying I wasn't asking about the kids. I was. So she damn near like they with my best friend or they with her stepdaughter, blah blah blah. So I feel like why keep questioning it? You feel me? I'm not gonna ask her every day.
Right. But you did ask her where the kids at.
100%.
What about when she said she was leaving from your house? Did you think she was going home? Or I mean, I know you said she had 2 jobs.
She had 2 jobs.
And she would, so at nighttime when she come over your crib, where would she say her kids was at?
With her best friend over at her house.
Over the best friend house?
No, she was like the best friend was watching the kids at her house.
Okay. So would you ever FaceTime her when she was at home?
Yep.
How was was you able to see that house in the background?
She would never turn the camera around. She always had it like this.
Okay. Hold on, say that again. Karen, this is not the time. Okay. So let me ask you this question. Was it any signs that she was neglectful? Like any signs, like any?
None. Like, you know how motherfuckers go on with their normal day, just talking and laughing and go on saying I'm going to work, I'm trying to do this, I'm about to do this. Like, it was never I ain't seen the kids or nothing there. Like, she would say, like, on the daily, when she get off work, she'll go, I'm about to stop and get the kids something to eat, drop it off at the house, and I'm coming back over.
So the thing is, like, I'm noticing, I'm seeing the pictures. So she never had any stench to her or none of that. She never smelled.
Never. That's what I'm saying. Like, hell nah. Like, I ain't fucking with nobody hell nah.
Do he look like he care if it got a little stench to it or not? Let's be for real. Let's be all the way for real. Because ain't no way her house looked like this and it ain't no stench in her clothes. Even if she take a bath and bathe before she go over there, a house as filthy as her house was, and let me pull up, because there was other photos. Hold on, let me see. These are the other photos of her home. This is Shantel's home right here. Y'all say y'all want the close-up of the shoes again? Ain't no way it wasn't no stench. And y'all know, because I showed y'all them shoes that he had on. he ain't worried about no little stench.
Okay. So now the news came out with an article today, bro. Right? And they upped her charges to murder. Mm-hmm. And and I think it was because of the neglectful nature of it. Did she ever mention to you about hurting her kids? Like, I fucked these ugly little motherfuckers or anything?
Never.
And he is out of pocket for that. Boy, what? What did he just say?
The other day, Saturday, she said she was supposed to be going to her stepdaughter's high school prayer rally. She was like, she about to stop and get the baby something to wear. And I went to go get my hair cut. We left out my house at like 4:45 because my haircut appointment was at 5. So boom, I get my hair cut. She gone already.
My flabbers are gasted. Like, I'm so flabbergasted. Like, what did he just say? I'm not even going to rewind it back.
She called me around 6:20, and everything went from there.
So a lot of people were saying every night she came. So out of a week, how many nights was she coming to your house, like realistically, to spend the night?
Realistically, I would say 4 to 5.
4 to 5 days. Did she ever bring her? Did you feel like it would be disrespectful for her kids to spend the night there too at your house?
Never.
Okay.
I rock with kids.
Okay. So you was for the kids coming over, and the kids have been in your house.
They have.
And you like, and basically you like, why am I about to keep asking about her kids? And I feel like, why would you when she's not giving you no signs of neglect, and you're seeing the kids?
Damn, bro, this my lawyer, bro. Let me jump back on?
All right, go ahead, hang up, call him, call you right back. I mean, of course, but I was about to get to the point where, like I told him, I wasn't going to incriminate him, but the thing I was about to ask him was simple. You know, they said that he lied. He was trying to protect her. That's where his charges come from. That's evident. His charges come from.
I think he ended up jumping back on. Let me see if he called back in.
It don't matter though. Them babies come before the.
Go down to the recordings. To the recordings. Right here. I'm on here. Hold on. All right, here we go, y'all.
I didn't want you to feel like I was rushing shit, but in a way I was like rushing shit, you feel me? So I could get them in a better environment. Because I knew that environment wasn't safe or clean for them. But you know, anyway, like, even when I did see the babies, like, you know for a fact, like, even if that was the case, when you was spending the night over here, like, you could have brought them. You could have brought them. If anything, you know, if push came to shove, I would have paid for daycare. It don't matter, though. Them babies come before the bullshit I got going on. I would rather have paid to put them in daycare than figure it out like this. You said what? I didn't want to be a burden. But still, though, sweetheart, you gotta, you had to move a little bit different, like. I know. Yeah. Get shit together.
All right, that's number one right there. Here go the other one. Hold on.
I guess these are jail calls between him and her.
When I talk to the detectives, I'm like, I don't know why they keep including you. When I told TT, I told her, I said, I don't know why they keep including him. Once they had to, like, you know, call him to come get seen. Like, he wouldn't even be a part of this shit.
I want y'all to understand. She said she told the detectives, why do y'all keep on including him? He had nothing to do with this shit.
It seemed like this Terrence guy is trying to, like, keep the guy from being in trouble. So it seems like he's, like, constantly, like, covering for him. I don't know. We'll listen to some more in a second. If you guys want to donate to the stream, y'all can. My Cash App is on the screen. It's these types of conversations I don't do often on YouTube. Not because I don't care about the subject matter and bringing awareness to things happening to children. It's just that YouTube frowns upon this type of content. Like, they don't monetize it. They don't push it in the algorithm. They don't, like, share. Like, if it's not monetized, it won't be in the algorithm properly. So if you guys think that this is something that needs awareness, then make sure that you are sharing it, hitting the like button, hitting share, adding engagement in the comment section, and so on and so forth. If you want to donate to the stream, you can. If not, I understand. But stuff like this, YouTube be like, girl, we ain't monetizing this. It's too much going on.
Somebody need to be there for Saint, but they, you know, it's these motherfuckers on social media, and it's this motherfucker sending me shit like, looking ass if that was the motherfucking case. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm mad at you, because you know you could have fucking told me this shit. You know you could have told me this shit. I was embarrassed. Like, I was trying to make it like I had shit together. Like, I thought I had shit together. I really thought I had shit together. Like, I was trying to get shit together. Like, there wasn't a point in time. Like, I know there be times where you would ask and you be like, you okay? Yeah. Like, I don't know if you recall, like, but like that long out, you was like, you okay? You know, that's the shit that was on my mental when you was asking. When I was asking, was you okay?
All this call is him trying to record her and keep his name clean out the situation. Oh, let me call her and try to cover my own tail so that, you know, being that she at my house 4 to 5 days out the week, I don't look like I'm the bad guy.
Like, I'm alright, I'm cool. Or like the day when you had ordered for food, I was like, fuck, the train just takes me about the papers. Yeah. You feel me? Like, I had a moment right there. I was like, fuck, I need to go check on her. Like, that was just me going to go check on them.
So she basically just said he ordered the food for the kids. Did you hear what she said? She said when you ordered the food, she ain't even take them to the kid. I'm just keeping it.
I'm not. Is Brian related to Terrence? Are they related, or he just like a friend or something? I'm not sure.
In the book, she didn't even take the kids the food. He ordered the kids food. I'm just saying. Hold on. 49 more seconds. I think she just said they asked him why wouldn't he clean your house, and she said Brian cleaned his own house. Why would he clean my house? Bitch, I ain't mean to call no bitch.
Let me see if the other guy got on the line.
Harm, we want somebody to go down. So when you walked in the house, trigger or before yes, hungry and family out my platform, and I personally wouldn't have put you on this platform if I thought you was guilty for hurting any or complicit in anything of the nature. No, it's cool, man. I mean, I did the best I could, man, so people can know what it was. And like I said, man, only thing I believe in my heart, man, that you're guilty of is being naive and being misled. That's just how I feel. You know what I mean? I just feel like you was misled, bro. You get what I'm saying? And in the news, they said that you lied. And that's what everybody talking about. Because the news said that you said I lied to protect her. The news article said that the detective said you lied and said I was only trying to protect her. That's what the news said. That's on. Yeah.
That is crazy, man.
Yeah, that's what they said, bro. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, they said in the news article that when you talked to the detectives, you said that you lied for her. That's what they said. So that's why motherfuckers is like, I know he has some. I got so many inboxes saying, I'm still on live, I'm letting you know. But I got so many inboxes, motherfuckers saying, man, I told you T Hoodie was lying. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? But in the news article, it says, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
That you admitted to lying.
Yeah, we about to go down to this lawyer. Cause
Yeah, so You know what I mean? I just want you to know that, bro. That's what's going on. So I'll send you the news.
He don't need you to send him no news article. He know what he said to the police. He know he said he lied, and that's why he charged as well. He don't need you to send him no article. He know what he said. This is the news report of him being charged.
Thanks for inviting us. Filed in the death of that 2-year-old girl who was found dead last weekend.
Police now tell 13 News that the mother is responsible. We want to warn you, some of the details and the photos in this story could be disturbing to some.
Our Marina Silva has been following this story for us, and she joins us live in studio. She's got the latest on what happened to Skylar Gardner.
Well, Scott and Anne Marie, these are 21 pages of court documents detailing what allegedly happened to Skylar Gardner. Everything from how dirty the apartment was to how often they were given food to all the injuries both Skylar and her 3-year-old brother have. It's all listed right here. Their mom, Shantel Gardner, has been in the Marion County Jail. Her boyfriend, Brian Thomas, also has a warrant out for his arrest. It's been almost a week since 2-year-old Skylar Gardner died. This was the scene that night on Newberry Road. Shantel Gardner, the girl's mom, told police she would sometimes leave her 2- and 3-year-old children home alone for days at a time. According to court documents, Gardner told police she returned to the apartment Saturday around 6 p.m. after being gone since Friday at 4 when she brought the kids food. Gardner says she found Skylar underneath a dresser and cold to the touch. According to the autopsy for Skylar, she had multiple injuries contributing to her death. Multiple patterned bruising across her body, bite marks on her back, a puncture wound on her neck, and unknown injuries to her feet. Gardner also has a 3-year-old son. Court documents say he was also left alone in the apartment. He was taken to Riley Hospital. A nurse who examined the boy told police he had a distended stomach, had signs of food deprivation, swollen feet, and was weak and twitchy. When detectives went to the apartment, court documents say they were overwhelmed by the smell. These are photos investigators took. You can see what looks to be feces, food, trash, and clothing all over the floor. Gardner told police she would leave the kids alone and she often stayed overnight at her boyfriend's house. Her boyfriend, Brian Thomas, is now charged. He faces 2 counts of assisting a criminal. Thomas told police he had not seen the kids since the end of December, and Gardner told him family was watching them at night. Court documents say Skylar also had hypothermia, and when investigators took the temperature inside the apartment, the highest temperature they found was 51 degrees. Gardner told police she stopped taking the kids in public due to their smell. Documents say she told police it had been more than a week since she bathed them. Gardner told police she even stopped bathing herself at the apartment because of the smell. Instead, she was going over to her boyfriend's house. The kid's father is from Ohio. He told police he had given full custody to Shantel. He said he did not know how bad things had gotten.
Thanks for inviting.
So it stunk so bad in the house that she couldn't even go over there. She didn't want to bring the kids nowhere because they stunk so bad. But he want to say that she didn't stink at all. Child, bye. So anyways, his charges include assisting a criminal. Let me pull up his arrest affidavit real quick. Hold on one second. It was on one of these posts. Hold on one second. It's on one of these posts I have pulled up. All right, let's read the statement that Brian gave to the police first. So this is the statement that Brian gave the police. Let me make it a little bit bigger. So in the affidavit, this is the statement of Brian Thomas. It says, on January 25th, Detective Harris and Detective Lambert spoke with Brian Thomas, 39-year-old, at the Child Use Office. Detective Harris read Brian his Miranda rights, and he said he understood his rights and agreed to speak with detectives by signing a waiver of rights form. Brian says Shantel dropped SG off at his residence, but kept Skylar with her. He said he hadn't been to Shantel's house in months. He says Shantel would occasionally bring the kids with her to spend the night at his house approximately 4 or 5 days a week. He said out of the 5 days a week, Shantel would bring the kids with her maybe 3 out of 5 days, and the other times she didn't have them, she would tell him they were with family. He said he didn't question her because she is mom. He says Shantel came over Friday night after a basketball game. He says Shantel didn't have Skylar and or SG with her at the game. He said that she had to take some players home after the game, but came to his house afterward. He said that she had left his residence on January 25th, 2025. A short time later, called him screaming and yelling to him to come over. All right, so she screamed and yelled for him to come over. It says, Brian said he did not know the condition of Shantel's apartment. When Shantel called him screaming and crying, he went to her apartment but met her in the building common area hallway. Brian later said he lied to detectives only because he was trying to protect Shantel. He said Shantel would come over and spend the night at his residence sometimes 5 days a week. He said during those 5 days, she would bring the kids over 1 day at most, sometimes not even once. He said the last time the children were at his residence was on his birthday, December 27, 2024. Detective Harris collected the cell phone belonging to Brian while at the office for the preservation of potential evidence. The black Apple iPhone with the black case belonging to Brian registered to his phone number. Hold on, let's go to the next one. Was transported to hold on, let me make sure y'all can see what I see. All right. It said, was transported to IMPD property room and logged as evidence until a search warrant and mobile forensic exam can be completed on a later day. On January 27, 2025, Detective Harris applied for a warrant to conduct a mobile forensic exam on his device. Judge Elizabeth granted the warrant reference cause number. It says additional statements on January 25th, 2025, Detective, hold on, let me make this a little bit bigger. This screen start getting blurry after a while, child. Hold on. It says on January 25th, 2025, Detective Friel spoke with Skylar and SG father, DG, who is a 45-year-old man who had arrived on the scene from Ohio, where he currently resides. DG says the last time he saw Skylar or SG in person was around Thanksgiving. He said he tried to speak with the children over the phone and on video chat, but Shantel was unresponsive to his request. He said he and Shantel were married, but recently got divorced, and he agreed to give Shantel full custody because he felt he could not raise the children the way they should be raised due to his disability. He said he last saw Skylar via video chat approximately 2 or 3 weeks ago. While chatting with Skylar, he said she was lying on Shantel's chest before falling asleep. He said 3 adult children had more frequent contact with Skylar and SG. they told, or his 3 adult children. So he got 3 adult children and then started over. It says his 3 adult children have frequent contact with Skylar and SG. They told him the kids smelled like urine when they last saw them. On January 27, 2025, Sergeant Detective Nicole Flynn spoke with L.A. 34-year-old L.A. said she had known Shantel since the 5th grade and lives in the same apartment complex. She says she first learned about things on Saturday after seeing the fire trucks, and Shantel asked her if she could come over. She says Shantel told her Skylar was gone. LA said earlier on Saturday she had asked Shantel if Shantel wanted to take her children to Chuck E. Cheese with her and her 3 children. LA says Shantel didn't say if she would or wouldn't. She says she hasn't been babysitting for Shantel, explaining she has 3 kids. She said the last time she watched SG and Skylar was in August or September. She said the last time she saw them in person was Halloween. They were clean and seemed okay. She said that she would video chat with the kids sometimes, and the last time was on Monday of the recent snowstorm when everything got shut down on January 6th. Okay, and then the statement continues from other people. They did vehicle searches. They did DNA swabs. It says on January 26th, a detective had a search warrant for both vehicles driven by Shantel and Brian. It said the judge granted both warrants. It says both vehicle warrants were executed and towed to a secure crime lab facility for processing on December 27, 2025, with the assistance of Detective Friel. It says items recovered by CSU Watson from Shantel's 2014 silver Jeep Compass was DNA swab samples, photographs, Apple iPhone with transparent case, a receipt from January 24th, 2025. Items recovered by CSU Watson Brian's gray 2018 Chevrolet Equinox are, I guess they got DNA swab samples, photographs, black flip phone. While searching Brian's vehicle, a handgun was located. Detective Friel applied for a warrant to collect the firearm. Judge Elizabeth granted the warrant, and it says they had a Smith & Wesson handgun and the magazine of the gun. It says they got a black flip phone out of Brian's car and an iPhone out of Chantel's car. They both were collected. And then it says for the preservation of evidence of neglect resulting in the death of less than a 14-year-old child. They took both phones in and logged them. They did an autopsy of Skylar and so much more. Some of the findings of her autopsy was hypothermia. I guess she had frontal bruising. She had bruising throughout her body, and so much more. We already talked about like her multiple bruising on her neck, on her private area. They said she had frostbite on her feet and hands and pattern bruising approximately 3/4 to 1 inch in diameter, and she had bite marks, etc. And so much more. This is a very thorough affidavit, so it's a lot of information here. So it sounds like they believe that Brian is involved way more than what is led on. And I'm going to take a wild guess that the bruising on the little girl's private area is probably what has their antennas up, along with the bruising all over her body. All right. So there was one other story that I was going to report to you guys, but I'm like sick to my stomach with these folks. But it was one other lady I had on the thumbnail, so I guess I'll show her story. The girl that's on my thumbnail, the other girl that's on my thumbnail. But these situations are horrible. Horrible. We'll briefly go over it was like 10 of these similar stories back to back, but I can't even stomach anymore. I had like a whole series that I was gonna sit here and share with y'all. We'll share this story real quick that's on my thumbnail. I mean, this girl that's on my thumbnail real briefly, and then we'll be out. This story is a mom who leaves her kids alone to celebrate Mother's Day at a club.
This is 27-year-old Tyresha Lanson.
Hello? Hello? I've seen them on the pool with a family. They are two young kids. Do you know where they live? Looks like it was open now.
He probably escaped. He probably walked out.
I think I'm gonna be cool.
Therefore, we're responding to Part 309.
The door was locked before.
Is it empty? West Palm Beach Police. Hello, buddy. How are you? Are you okay? Are you here by yourself? Where's mommy and daddy?
No parents, 2 minors.
Are you here by yourself? Who are you with?
Tyresha, Lanson. That's mommy, Tyresha?
Who's your mommy?
Tyresha Lanson.
Huh? Where is she at? Do you know her phone number? Where's mommy? You don't know where she's at? Was she here today at all? She was here? What time? When was the last time you saw mommy? Do you know her phone number? You don't know her phone number? Okay. All right.
Officers locate a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old inside the residence alone. After searching, they find a purse with the mom's ID inside and a cell phone that leads them to a phone number for the mother.
Is daddy around? Like, daddy? Do you live with your daddy? Does he live here?
No.
No? He doesn't live here?
No.
Do you have the same father?
Yes.
Yes? Where's he at?
He's DJing.
He's a DJ?
Do you know where he's DJing right
Do you
now?
know where he works?
Is there a party?
Yes. He's DJing at Legacy.
Legacy? Okay, what's your dad's name?
DJ.
That's his name, DJ? No. Oh, look.
Do you know the password for the phone?
Derek?
They have the phone numbers in that one, right?
Okay, sweet. Whose phone is that?
My mom's.
Your mom's phone?
Yeah, but that's not.
The second phone, that's the phone that she normally uses? Is this the one she lets you guys use?
Yeah.
No phone numbers for daddy, grandma? You guys would go. Let me ask you something. Why did you leave the house? Why did you walk out? Look at what time it is. And then he was outside of the house.
You was outside of the house?
Yes, he was outside of the house. I'm a
You
neighbor.
was outside? No.
Yes.
You was
And
outside.
yep. Don't lie. Hey, don't lie.
So she out at the club, the daddy out at the club, and it's nighttime and the kids is wandering throughout the damn apartment. 4 and 7 years old.
You know where we found you. You were your neighbor.
After being unable to reach Tyresha on the phone, officers used Find My Location on the second phone to locate her at a nearby lounge. Officers responded to her location, and she then returned home. While waiting for her to arrive, officers on scene discussed the potential dangers that face the children. They find alcohol within reach of the children, and the youngest child tells officers he left the apartment to look for a snake in the pool after watching a snake in the pool on his iPad.
There's alcohol within reach of the children, not to mention the third floor video of the children watching a video of a snake in the pool, and the little guy was curious of the snake. I said, you guys know how to swim? Don't know how to swim. How do you guys get in the pool? They climb over the fence, or they put a jam. Wherever the door is, they jam the door, they get in the pool. Neither one know how to swim. They have their clues when it comes to lifesavers. We couldn't provide a phone number, so long story short, we have to.
Couldn't provide a phone number for who?
For anybody that could take care of them. If there's an emergency or something, they claim there's a girl by the name of Stacy, which is an older sister. We tried that. That was the first thing we did on scene. Yeah. I took a picture of the nightstand. There's alcohol right next. There's a flask.
Within reach?
Yes. I took a picture of the kids standing over the night table that can just grab it. One of them even knew the name of it. That's the report.
And you have this here. This is obviously a concern here, third floor.
Third floor.
You have stairs. Upstairs, over there, leaning down.
Stairs, the pool.
I would speak to him and try to get a time frame what time they left. They left together. And then just see if we can narrow it down a little bit more.
Okay.
Officers interview the mother's friend that returned with her from the lounge.
We were called here because a child was found wandering outside.
Okay.
Not exactly where.
No adult was here?
No adult was here to take it.
All these women be leaving their kids to chase some wanky. She done came after the lounge. Her kids is wandering around the pool area trying to get into the pool area to try to see if they could find a snake. Can't swim, got alcohol at their disposal in reach if they wanted to take it or try to consume it. And she out floundering around with this guy right here and showing up late after the club on a late night creep with him.
We made an attempt, contacted the child, the mom. We got a hold of the mom, and we learned that you guys were out. Correct? Okay. Do you have any knowledge of who was supposed to be taking care of the children?
No, this is my first time even coming here. She probably just moved here.
Okay. What time do you guys leave? What time? How do you guys coordinate it going out?
Well, we met up there.
Oh, you guys met at the place?
Yeah.
Also, you had no clue?
No, no idea.
Okay. Where do you guys meet up?
The lounge right up here in Legacy.
So how do you learn about the situation?
Outside. We were just standing outside the place.
Okay.
Ready to leave, and she said something about somebody was outside, and she just pulled off. So I followed her here.
Okay. Did she say exactly what happened that she had to leave?
No, she just pulled up. That's why I flew up here, and then I called her when I got here. I'm like, what apartment are you in? I don't even know where you live.
Okay.
She said something about the kids need to go somewhere, so where are they?
I'm sorry?
She said the kids are needing to go somewhere.
I'm sorry, the kids what?
Need to go somewhere? What does that mean?
What do you mean they need to go somewhere?
That's what she called me and told me. She said that the kids you guys needed me to take the kids to her grandma's house.
Well, I'm not sure about all that. I don't know how that got to you.
Yeah, she called me, so.
But is there a grandma that...
She sound like she don't even know this man, and she want him to take her kids somewhere. Child, girl, it don't even sound like you know him. And he don't even know you like that.
Will take care of the kids?
Yeah.
Who is she?
Last name Smith. I don't know her first name.
The mother's interview inside the residence was not captured on body camera. However, she informs officers she had been at a club lounge with friends to ironically celebrate Mother's Day that was coming up the next weekend. And the children's father was also DJing at the club. Tyresha was quickly placed under arrest.
My cars are over there. Wow.
The way we came.
Yeah. Okay. Listen. Can I say something? Let's go. We'll use the stairs. Listen. Unfortunately, thankfully, right? Sometimes things happen for a reason.
Girl, how you promise? How are you promising when your kids was outside the house with no adult supervision and you was at the club talking about you celebrate Mother's Day and it ain't even Mother's Day weekend. Mother's Day ain't even to the next weekend, and you, your baby daddy, and your mystery man is all at the club, and your kids is trying to get into the pool area to find a snake with alcohol in reach of them to get, and they 4 and 7 years old, and you making a promise? How is you promising that?
All right. Everything's going to be a learning lesson. I've had the misfortune to respond, listen to this, okay, to a case where the mother neglected the child, a 2-year-old boy, and walked into a pond, and we lost him. Okay? So, it's very tough, you know. You're being arrested. This is not a conviction. Conviction, you have to be found guilty of the crime. Arrest or blown out of proportion. Anybody could be arrested for any reason. You can get drive with a suspended license, you can get arrested. Okay? You get booked and you get, basically, gets documented, you're in the system. Basically in the criminal justice system, right? This is not gonna destroy your life. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Huh? Do you work at a daycare?
I work at a hotel.
Okay, so you're not around children. So essentially this case is like totally, for the most part, unrelated to your job functions, I believe. So I wouldn't be so worried about that. This is my cruiser right here. Man, is Charlie 6 available? Do it? Okay. Give me 1 second. I gotta do a pat down. Appreciate it.
Okay. You brought him a metal strap for the metal underwear?
Okay. 1 second. Okay. Listen, I'm trying to jam you up. Do you have any contraband or anything on you?
No.
Not at all? Okay. Only I'm asking because if there's something and we go to PBSO, they find it, it's going to be a lot worse. Okay? Alright.
You don't really need to go in depth.
Yeah, there's not much. Listen, I'm going to do a pat down for weapons or anything.
Basically contraband. Weapons you obviously can't tell.
You say you're not wearing a bra?
You don't have a print.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to check your waistband and under your breast, okay? Sounds good? With the back of my hand. Okay? Alright. Move up a little bit. Okay? On camera right here. Okay, good. Now your waistband. You don't have any pockets? Good to go. Alright, so let's go on the other side. Just to make sure shoes look good. There's nothing else in here. Alright. It's a little cramped. It's Taurus, okay? Yep. And
Have someone do your print, so have all the paperwork ready.
yes, sir. Okay.
working on the report.
Yes, sir.
She has to unlock her phone. Yeah, she's probably gonna need to unlock.
This is the phone?
Yeah, she needs her phone.
I'll call you back, Red. You want me to text him or call him, babe? I'm just gonna tell him you wasn't feeling well.
Listen, they don't even need to know. Just tell them she's sick for a few days.
If she don't come, it's
tell
just
him
like...
it's medical.
Yeah, I just tell him I have the number.
What's your password?
That way they don't get
For him to get your number. What is it?
Should I text him or call him?
I'm gonna turn it off now, okay?
Yeah, hold the top. And I'll just let him know you wasn't feeling well. In the morning, right?
Yeah, call in the morning. That's all you're taking, right? Just the phone? And that's her phone number.
Wrote down numbers for him and for her brother.
I'm going to get you out. You have my number and your brother's number written down. I'm not going to sleep. Call me as soon as you get in the holding cell.
Okay.
I'll be up waiting for your call.
Now, she can have this paper with her the whole time.
You the brother and relax.
This must be the baby daddy. He got a mic on his shirt, so he must be the baby daddy.
Babe, I'm sorry.
All right. All right, let's get going, okay? Thank you. Hey, appreciate it, man.
All right, that's enough of that one. There was one more we might as well go ahead and look at before we get on out of here. But there's tons of these videos. Yeah, but this video right here was another one that is just a jacked up situation. So in this video, this is a 15-year-old girl who is left at home with her infant siblings while her mom is chasing behind a man. So she is in a house with only milk in the refrigerator, okay? They only have milk in the refrigerator. This is a completely different story, okay? So, they have no food, no air, in a hot house with only milk in the refrigerator while the mom is gone with some man. And the infant toddler children are hollering and crying, and the 15-year-old girl is left to fend for them. And the 15-year-old girl called the police on her mom because she got fed up with her mom leaving her with her two minor siblings. So she called the police on her mama, and then the police come, and that's how this story unfolds.
I don't feel safe here. I don't feel safe here. And she do this every single night.
So where does she go?
With her boyfriend. She got multiple men, I think. I don't know. She got mixed with 5 dudes.
90 degrees.
My mother, she's been
Call as she and her 2 younger brothers, ages 1 and 3, were left alone at the home with no working air conditioning and no food. The girl also mentioned that the refrigerator contained only milk and there was no other food in the house. The report states that the house was 90 degrees.
My mother, she's been gone.
I get irritated when I'm hot. Can you imagine being in a house that's 90 degrees? You ain't got no food. Your mama left. These ain't your kids. These your siblings. You hungry, you hot. So you hot, hungry, and hangry. And then you got hollering kids.
But she just left this morning. And now I just texted her. Well, let me tell y'all something. The reason why I called y'all is for me and my brother's safety. I do not want to be here. She's messing with a couple dudes, and I'm not sure if they dangerous or not. Look, sir, I just don't know. I'm 15 years old.
You're 15?
Yes, I'm 15.
Do you have your dad?
Yeah, my dad. I just texted. The only way I can contact him is on TikTok. And I just told him I'm finna call the police.
Does he have a phone number?
I don't know. Let me go text him right quick.
What's his name?
Timothy White.
So there's nobody here right now other than just you two?
She be leaving every single night. We fight all the time. I'll be
here by yourself with the kid?
Yeah, with the kids. I got the little baby and him right here.
Are these your siblings?
Yes, these my siblings. My siblings, whatever.
Oh, yep.
Do you mind if we come inside with you?
Hello, bud. Hello.
Do you want to hit for her vehicle on the block camera was on industrial and Highway 69 yesterday?
He's cold?
Yeah, he's cold.
He's cold?
Yeah.
It's not cold in there. They gotta come fix the air conditioner.
Temper.
I'll tell y'all where you stay. I ain't got a phone on.
So she says she doesn't have her dad's phone number, but the only way that she can contact her father is through TikTok. And her mother is gone with a mystery man. And they only got milk in the refrigerator.
Does he stay here in Sherman?
Oh, I'm staying with me.
So, as you can see, that's the food in the fridge. This is all that's in the fridge.
Does he stay here in Sherman?
Oh, I'm staying with me.
This is all the food they got in the fridge. This milk right here. That's it. No hot dogs, no zoom zooms, no wham whams, no nothing else. Did y'all see that? They opened up both sides and they just got that milk there.
Wong, I'm gonna call DHS.
And I already got my full pack. She do this every single year. We fight all the time. And then I threaten her.
No food.
Look, I don't know how to tell you.
Hey, Lauren. I'm at a residence on Mildred. The mother is abandoning her 14-year-old with her other two small children here, and nobody knows where she's at.
You gonna pick him up?
Put your shoe on. Sir, I'm not staying here. If y'all leave me here, I'm running away. I'm running away.
Come here. Oh, you're okay, Bubba. You're okay. You just wanted to be picked up, huh? You just wanted to be picked up, huh? Yeah, you did. You just wanted to be picked up. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, look what sister has. Oh, look at his head.
Alright, 870 what?
One of the neighbors said she saw a baby crawl out of the house and nearly reach the road. She remarked that she would come home at 6:30 in the morning and always see one of the children standing in the road with nothing but a diaper on. She said that they had screamed at the children constantly, never spoke, but always screamed.
What's the mom's name?
Letitia Davis.
Letitia Davis.
This is ongoing. Apparently she leaves every other day like this.
This is supposed to be, this is an ongoing issue with leaving the 15-year-old in charge of the two younger ones, the 3-year-old and the 1-year-old. She done tried to call the cell phone a couple of times, and the only way to get a hold of Dad is over TikTok. Yeah.
If y'all make me stay here, y'all gonna take me to jail.
We won't make you stay here, okay? But
I'm not staying here.
I got you. We just work with us.
Well, we're at the residence
See
now.
what we can do. Just give us a little time. We gotta make some phone calls and stuff, okay?
Wait, what's your mom's cell phone number?
It's okay. So how long has she been gone? Right now?
Since this morning.
Since this morning?
Yep. I called. They said that she would to get y'all to come. I just told them she was gone since last night, but it's not actually what happened. I called y'all because I didn't feel safe here. I don't feel safe here, and she do this every single night.
So where did she go?
With her boyfriend. She got multiple men, I think. I don't know. She got mixed with 5 dudes, and I don't feel safe here. And we be fighting. We fight.
Huh?
Who'd you talk to?
Lauren.
Yeah.
She said to call that number.
We fight all the time.
You said the central air is not working? How long has it not been working?
Since yesterday. I'm 15 years old and I should choose where I want to stay. And I should stay with my father.
Is there
I know where he stay and I know where he at.
Is there there's another kid that's right? Aren't there 4
I got 2 more brothers. They're with their grandma right now. They're with their grandma.
Okay.
Is there a way that you can contact Grandma?
No, she ain't. I don't know her number.
Police responded to the call that day and immediately contacted the Department of Human Services, who tried to reach the mother. DHS had previously visited the home and attempted to contact Davis, but each and every time she either hung up the phone or pretended to speak a different language. Given the situation, DHS arranged for the children to be placed in the care of their father, who stated that he had no knowledge of her whereabouts or whether she had planned to return.
Give me 1 second. Hello?
Hey, is this Timothy? Hey, Timmy, this is Corporal Longatello in Truman Police Department.
I'm sorry. Just give me 1 second. Sorry.
Hello?
Hello? I'm sorry, I'm at work. This is Mr. Jim.
Hey, this is Corporal Longatello in Truman Police Department.
Yes, sir.
So I'm with your daughter and your son and...
Listen to all the noise in the dad background. Like, hello, sir. This is the cops. Ring, ring, ring. Like, come get it together. Get it together. Like, what is all that noise?
Okay.
And the mother has left them pretty much abandoned at the residence here in Truman.
Yeah.
And the 15-year-old is taking care of the 1-year-old and the 3-year-old right now. I have DHS on the way coming to investigate what's going on.
Well, I thought Mom was at home.
No, Mom hasn't been home all day today. Mom hasn't been home since this morning? Yeah, she hasn't been home since this morning, according to your daughter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, your daughter's been watching the 1-year-old and 3-year-old by herself.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to talk to her?
Do I need to come and get them?
Do you want to talk? I mean, DHS is involved now, and which is, if there's a possibility that you can start heading this way, because I would recommend you start heading this way so you can actually talk to DHS to see what's going on.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Pretty serious matter. So, yeah. Do you want to talk to your daughter?
Yes.
Yeah, here she is.
Later that night, shortly after the children were taken away, Letitia Davis returned home and would be promptly taken into custody by the police. The report says the teenager indicated her mother had done this several times before and was relieved to finally have had help. Davis now faces 3 counts of endangering the welfare of a minor.
Miss Adams. Miss Adams. Okay. Where were you at today?
I had called my kid's dad, and I had let him know because he called me about my son Taylor. And the ambulance, I was trying to get to him because they've been at their grandma's house in Jeanette. And my truck went down as he was calling me. My phone went completely dead, and that's what I was talking about the lady, that was on the phone, and that's what I had been telling her. Like, my truck went completely down, and come home trying to, and they just told me that my kid's dad got him. So, and I couldn't even let him know to come help me, like, nothing.
Where were you at?
I was stuck on, I don't even know what the highway name is, but I had been stuck there. And I left here it was about like 2:30.
Girl, you lying. Anybody who know... Girl, you stuck on the highway and it's around where you live at. You know the name of the highway or what it is. The highways next to my house, you know what they are. It ain't like you in a foreign town or you visiting somewhere and this is not a familiar area. If you was where you say you was at, you know where it's at. But you're lying.
I know it was about 2:30 and that's when he was calling me, like I said, about my son Taylor out at their grandmother's.
Okay. Where's their grandmother's?
Their grandmother's in Earl.
In Earl?
Yes. And he doesn't work, so, and everything has just been down.
Who's he?
I said my heat.
Oh, your heat doesn't work.
Yeah, my heat in my vehicle. And I can even show you the text. My landlord, he's supposed to be here to fix my AC, and it's just, like, everything's just been bad. Like, just been bad, pretty much.
Okay. We're going to have a couple other officers come over here and talk to you.
Okay.
DHS came by for your kids.
Yeah, and I had talked to her, and she was saying she understood, and I was just, letting her know what was going on, and Dad had even let her know as well.
Gotcha.
That I had been stuck on the side of the road. So, and like I said, my phone went dead, and I haven't been able to contact anybody, and I'm just giving her my phone free.
Before you got stuck on the road, why was there absolutely no food in the refrigerator but a gallon of milk? Before you got stuck on the road. You ain't saying I was on my way to the grocery store. I was headed to the grocery store to get some food to fill up. Where were you going? Oh, you said you was headed to get one of the other kids from the grandma or from the other girl. Something you said about another kid.
I'm just being able to charge up my phone.
Okay. Well, you got a phone charger in your car?
No, it's been in the house.
It's been in the house?
Yeah. It's been in the house.
He's going to go ahead and take you into custody, okay? We've got charges on you as of right now, okay? For the kids. Child and kids? Yes, ma'am.
Can I make a call?
You can make a call when we get to the PD.
Okay.
Who's the gentleman in the back?
That's the friend.
Okay.
That's going to take me to jail. So what's the charges?
It'll be felony child endangerment.
Felony child. But I'm telling you guys.
Come on.
Babe, they finna take me to jail. They always running behind some man. Babe, they finna take me to jail, babe. I left my kids in a 90-degree house with no food. So you and this man, so he ain't got no phone either. So you stuck on the side of the road with a man Your phone went dead, but what about his? His phone dead too? His phone was on 3% as well? Y'all both stuck on the side of the road? Or was just you on the side of the road? Which one was it?
Hey, hold your phone real quick.
They took me to jail. They said for felony, child felony charges, endangerment felony charges.
We'll let you make a call whenever you get up there.
Tara, can you please come get me out?
They won't be able to get out there. All right, come on. All right, come on.
Calm down now. Calm down now. Sorry, like, that's crazy. I'm telling you guys, like, I have been stuck.
All right. I'm going to use the back of my hand. Do you have anything in your pockets?
No, sir.
No. Okay.
Can I get my purse?
I'll get your purse.
Okay.
He said he'll take care of the house, lock it up. What about the car? You want to make sure you want the keys to the car? What do you want?
Can I speak with him?
I'll have him come over here. That's all right.
Yeah, sure. I want to just
Man, damn.
I know.
I'm saying,
I hate this, bro.
Let me charge for my kids.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, you'll go see a judge in the morning. And you'll get to tell him your side of the story, okay?
Not she's stuck on the side, supposedly stuck on the side of the road with a damn. That's crazy. That's the equivalent of what. Damn, man. I hate this, man. Damn. Sir, she was running behind you and now she going to jail. What do you have to say about it? Damn. Damn, man, that's crazy.
That's all right. Yeah, sure. I want to just
Man, damn.
I know.
I'm saying,
damn. I hate this, bro.
Let me charge for my kids.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, you'll go see a judge in the morning. And you'll get to tell him your side of the story, okay?
But I'm saying, like, we've been stuck. Can you tell we've been
just told him.
I understand that. He could be over there at court tomorrow if he wants to. He can go up there and see how things turn out. But I mean, you've got to go in front of the judge. I understand that you've been stuck, but we've got to. I mean, more importantly, the things that was important was.
Sir, when y'all was stuck on the side of the road, was your phone dead too? She say her phone was on 3%, then it went dead, and then y'all was stuck on the side of the road. You don't look like you sweating at all. You don't look like you been sweating. You don't look hot. The little girl in the house with 90-degree weather on. Your t-shirt don't even look damp at all for y'all to been stuck on the side of the road in 90-degree weather. Let me bring it back, because he looked dry to me. 90-degree weather, you would think he would be a little damp, wouldn't he? Since they was stuck on the side of the road.
Can I speak with him?
I'll have him come over here. That's all right.
Yeah, sure. I want to just
Man, damn.
I know.
I'm saying,
damn. I hate this, bro.
Let me charge for my kids.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, you'll go see a judge in the morning. And you'll get to tell him your side of the story, okay?
But I'm saying, like, we've been stuck.
I can't tell if his shirt damp or not.
I understand that. He could be over there at court tomorrow if he wants to. He can go up there and see how things turn out. But I mean, you've got to go in front of the judge. I understand that you've been stuck, but we've got to. I mean, more importantly, the things that was important was the kids. Okay.
And I understand that.
Yeah. So.
Why when my house hired, my landlord has come to fix my AC. I don't have AC in my vehicle, nothing. Like I'm headed towards my other baby. Like,
what about the food, lady? You ain't got no food either. You don't got AC and you don't got food either.
Everything just been crazy today.
Yeah.
Like it's been crazy.
Where was your other baby?
My kids, they're with their grandmother. I'm telling you, my kid's dad, he had been calling me so I could come up there because the ambulance, because he had swallowed some slime. Like y'all could call them, y'all could do all of that. Like that's who I.
Well, we spoke to him earlier today.
Yes, that's
like he's the one that he's the one that has the kids.
Yes, and I know that's what she told me that she took them to you. I know all of that.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like I've been.
Like I said, as of right now, we're gonna have to take this, one step at a time. We're gonna have to, we got charges. Yeah, have to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay.
All right. There's more videos, but that's all we're gonna go over today. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Like I said in the beginning, there's a lot of mothers who are doing right by their kids, but there are these women right here that are leaving their kids in horrible conditions to chase behind a man that would not give you a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of if you were in need. You out here running behind men who, once you get put in cuffs, he talking about, damn, that's crazy, and don't give a damn at all. So if you are a woman who is similar, or if this rings true in your life and you have not been putting your children first, take this as a wake-up call, because it does not end well. As you've seen in all of the stories that we've gone over, it's tragic to warning signs to all of that in between. Do better, okay? Do better, period. And if you are overwhelmed from taking care of your children, if you cannot do it, do not be spiteful and keep your kids away from people who can. In a lot of these stories, there was family members the kids could have went to, and the mothers were choosing to be spiteful. Okay? Now, I know sometimes these kids come with a check, and if you give up that check, you will not be able to live the life that you are somewhat living. But if you do not have your children in your custody, it's a lot easier for you to go run behind these Negroes, okay? So let the check go. Hand the kid over to somebody that's going to care for them, and you just run behind the man as you please by your lonesome, okay? It's a lot easier with, that way. Just let it go. Let it go. Hand over them stamps. Hand over that check if you cannot do right by your children, okay? Because, I get it. Y'all holding on to that check because these men that y'all running after ain't providing you with a damn thing. They not providing you with a roof. They not providing you with a pot, a cot, or any of that. They giving you a wet tail and a goodbye. And it's like, girl, get the priorities together. All right? So, and two, listen up. I understand there are a large amount of women who don't believe in abortions and don't want to, kill their seeds. If that is the case, use protection and stop getting pregnant over and over and bringing kids into the world that you cannot take care of. I see so many stories of girls laying down with men, getting knocked up, and bringing kids into the world that they can't take care of, all because they're saying that they don't believe in getting rid of the child. Well, let's try prevention measures. You know, there are ways to prevent getting pregnant. Now, if you're a person that you got to have the skin to skin action and you got to have it bareback, raw and wet and all of that, there is a way to track your period, okay? Now, if you out there laying down, and then you should know that it's one time a month that you are capable of getting pregnant. Learn that time. Now, I know when the eggs is ovulating, that's when the cootie cat is humming the most. But you're going to have to figure out, if you can't take care of these kids, how to put an ice pack on that cootie cat when it's humming, okay? Because you get pregnant once a month, block out a week. If you can't put on no protection, you allergic to plastic, because that's women excuse too. Oh, I'm allergic to condoms. I can't put my stuff sensitive. I can't put condoms. And then that's your excuse for having 11 kids. Well, put ice on the cootie cat that week of ovulation, since you got to have it bareback and raw and it can't have no plastic or nothing. Block out the week that them eggs is dropping and figure it out. But anyways, yeah, they ain't never had no allergy test, no nothing. They dyeing their hair, putting latex gloves on, perming their hair and their edges, and their skin is fine. But when it come to doing the do, it ain't working right with it. You know? Hey. That is what it is. But anyway, I'll catch y'all on the next one. If you guys want to donate to the stream, this is my Cash App right here. If you guys are watching this on the replay, you could donate in the comment section with a super thanks or a super